Hi everybody. What I'd like to cover today is my canteen cook set slash survival kit that I have with me pretty much anytime I'm in the woods, whether I'm just day hiking or whether I'm hunting or whether I'm geocaching. I always have this with me. One of the important ideas about a survival kit is that it doesn't do you any good if you don't have it with you. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to take a look at something that I always have with me, and I wanted to build into it the things that I would need if I were to get lost, disoriented, injured, and I weren't able to get back out of the woods on my planned schedule. So what I did was I took a GI surplus canteen pouch, canteen, cup stove, and cup, and I built around that a kit of some other things that would make an extended stay in the woods more palatable. Anytime that you're putting together a survival kit, the big three things that you want to take into account are going to be shelter, fire, and water. Without those, you're not going to last very long. Food is nice to have, but over the course of a day or two, it really won't affect you that much. Other considerations would be things like lighting and navigation, if you can bring them along, without too much additional hassle. So let's start out here. As far as the shelter component, I always have a heat sheets, two-person emergency blanket in one of my pockets. So that's going to be part of the shelter. I also have made a shoulder strap for this canteen kit. And that shoulder strap is made out of about 50 feet of paracord. So I've got different colors of paracord, and I've got lots of cordage with me when I'm in the woods. I've always got a bandana because they're very, very handy to have, multiple uses. I keep a small ball compass that's luminescent, so you can charge it up and it'll glow in the dark for navigating. And then on the strap also, I keep a small LED flashlight. It's enough to be able to do tasks by if it's dark out. Then inside the kit, I have taken care of the fire component in this pocket over here. And in this pocket I have a trioxane bar for getting the fire started. I carry a white Bic lighter. I like the white Bic lighters because it's easy to see the fuel level in them and you can tell exactly how much fuel you have. I have a couple of sticks of fat wood that I can split up to make excellent tinder and kindling. And then I've got a ferrocerium rod. So I have multiple ways that I can make fire. In addition, one other one that I have is I keep a Fresnel lens as a last-ditch effort for either magnifying things or for another way to start fire. Inside of the kit, in the other pocket, I keep a lot of my tools. This is a small fishing kit and some Katadyn water treatment tablets. If I need to purify water and I don't have access to fire at that point, I can still purify water. Plus, I've got some plastic worms, some jig heads, some weights, a number of different types of small hooks, and about 50 feet of 20-pound line. I also have a whistle for signaling and my Leatherman wave. That serves multiple purposes. Inside of the main pouch, I have my canteen, and I have my cook stove, and my cup. I have a spork. Here's some wire that can be used either for traps or as cordage. I have a small GI can opener. And then last but certainly not least, I have a boil lid, which is new from Heavy Cover. And this serves, as a lot of things in this kit, a couple of different purposes. First of all, it's shiny enough that you can use it as an improvised signal mirror. And if you are heating up water and you're boiling things, fuel is always at a premium. By using this lid, I can cut my boil times almost in half. Now these two pieces that I took out earlier, these I use on my canteen cup stove, and I put these on and use them as a cooking grate. This has a couple of advantages to it over putting the cup actually into the cooking grate. The biggest one for me is that when I put this on the stove like this, it doesn't get stuck in the stove. And so I can lift the canteen cup off and put it back on without actually taking the stove with it. And I found that using this has reduced my boil times by probably a minute or two when I'm using an alcohol stove. I'll show you the alcohol stove in another video. But that is my kit. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave comments below, and I will do my best to answer them. Until then, thank you for watching. Hope you learned something, and have a nice day.